Hey everybody, I'm Pastor Mike, and today I want to talk to you about unmet expectations. See, in a marriage, we all have expectations. We all have things that we expect to happen. And an easy example of this is we expect our wife or our husband, we expect our spouse to be faithful. That seems very reasonable. That seems like a really good expectation, and I hope all of you have that expectation. Another expectation is simply that we're going to be married for the rest of our lives, till death do us part. I don't know anybody who gets married with the idea that we're going to get a divorce someday. Yes, let's get married just so we can get a divorce. I don't know anybody who does that. So an expectation is we're going to stay married. We're going to figure it out. We're going to work things out. And so what I've noticed in my marriage, what I've noticed in a lot of marriages is that there are certain expectations that we all get, but then there are some expectations that maybe one spouse has, but doesn't necessarily communicate it to the other spouse. So for example, I may want a certain meal for dinner. I expect that meal. That maybe Janelle's going to cook tacos, and I'm expecting that meal. But when Janelle serves pizza that night or soup or something other than tacos, I'm the one who's upset. I'm the one who's offended because my expectation wasn't met. Now, was it Janelle's fault that she served soup instead of tacos? No, I never communicated my expectation of tacos. And so many times, I know that's a silly example, but so many times we have expectations that we never communicate. I want to let you in on a little secret, and I know this may shock some of you, but your spouse can't read your mind. If you have expectations, feel free to share those expectations with your spouse. Don't make them guess. Don't make them wonder what it is that you would like, or how they can bless you or please you. Just tell them. And in doing so, you're communicating your expectations. For what happens when our expectations go unmet? Well, what happens is that we get offended. And once offense enters into a relationship, boy, it is a lot harder to communicate and to work through things. Proverbs 18:19 says this: an offended friend is harder to win back than a fortified city. Arguments separate friends like a gate locked with bars. Wow, what a picture. That when offense enters into your marriage, it is harder to win back your spouse than it is to take a fortified city. Wow, what that's just amazing to me that's what offense does, but that's exactly what offense does. When we get offended, our walls go up. When we get offended, we want to withdraw, or when we get offended, we want to go on the attack. Either way, it's not healthy for our marriage. It's not healthy for our relationship. And it's definitely not healthy for connection. So I want to encourage you, communicate your expectations. Remove the opportunity for offense. Because offense is when we have unmet expectations. If we communicate our expectations, hopefully we'll be less offended. And when we do get offended, I want to encourage you, be quick to forgive. Be quick to show mercy. I know we all get frustrated. I know we all feel like sometimes marriage isn't fair. Well, I'm going to let you in on another secret. Marriage isn't fair. Marriage is about two imperfect people coming together, and there's going to be times when you're going to feel taken advantage of. But there's also going to be times when your spouse is going to feel taken advantage of. So when you get in those moments, work through it, communicate, share, forgive, love, and we can work through it. Communication, communication, communication. I want to encourage you, communicate your expectations, and let's continue to build stronger marriages. This has been Pastor Mike. I'm so glad you watched. If you like this, feel free to share it. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and have a blessed day.